guys, today is Wednesday, March 18th, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is part 3 of our decluttering video. In the last two videos, we've went through the things that are underneath my bed because I've just let things hoard and collect dust, dirt, trash, all the following since my family moved in here. But yeah, I'm not gonna talk too much. This is I had a brain fart. Sorry. I was gonna say something, y'all, and I forgot it. Oh, this is our third decluttering video. I decided to break these up into smaller pieces so I wouldn't have like a 40-minute video to edit, because I do work a full-time job where I dang near work 10 hours. And I do go to church. So when I'm not at work and I'm not at home, I am either at church or with my boyfriend. So yeah, we're gonna jump right into this video if I'm not with my family too. I have 4 of these things. They're like super long. I have 4 of these under my bed, and I've got 2 left. I went through everything that was on this side back here, so the only thing that's back here is the other one of this one that I have posted in the last video. So this one has a lot more paper in it. This one actually has a lot more bigger boxes in it. So let's open it up and see what's in there. I have my record player box. Fun fact, I actually have 2. The first one I got for Christmas. I had actually randomly mentioned this to my mom one year. I was talking about getting a record player to go in my room, and then they ended up getting it for me for Christmas one year. Because I enjoy listening to music. I enjoy listening to K-pop. So I do have a collection of K-pop albums, and I would like to collect some vinyls. So yeah, this is just the box, because when we move, it will be going back in the box. I'm not taking no risks. The first one actually stopped working on me. Like, I used it pretty frequently, so I don't know if there's like a short in the cord, but like, I even ordered a new adapter to plug into the wall and it won't turn on. Like, it won't do anything. But then because my room had this color in it, I was randomly shopping one day, and went into a Ross, and normally these run in between like 60 and 100, maybe $200, and I found it on sale for $40. That was a steal. $40. I walked out of there that day with this and a $9 tripod, which you guys are actually sitting on, but it broke. Like, not the tripod itself, the stick that's in the middle. I had propped it all the way down for the very first video, and I went to bring it up, and the whole like screw and stick came out the bottom. So I have it basically propped up against something because the stick decided to break. But it doesn't stop the show. I've got 2 other tripods, but they're smaller, and that's fine. But I have the box for this, so I will keep this and I won't throw it away, because when my family decides to move, it'll go right back in here. It's actually on my shelf, and I just used it probably 2 months ago for like decor. I'm sorry, what? I use it to listen to music. So it's one where you can put a vinyl on it, and you can use like Bluetooth from your phone, which I think is really cool, because if I don't want to use the vinyl, I can just connect it to my phone and play music from there. Like, it doesn't even have to be open. I can just close the lid, lock it back, and the music will play just fine. So we're gonna keep this. Oh, okay, so this is where they went. I was not lying when I said that I used to be a little gamer. Now, I didn't play any like popular games for real. Like, yes, I've played Brawlhalla. Yes, I've played Ninja Storm 4. But like, it was nothing. It was nothing to that extreme level. This is a mixture of my PS3 and my PS4 games, and I think 1 Wii game. Fun fact, I used to think I was gonna be a pediatrician when I was younger, so my dad got me a doctor's game. That was something I put in the corner falling. He got me a doctor game where I had to like do open surgery on patients on the Wii. So like, mind you, I'm holding the Wii stick like this, and people are dying left and right, and I never touched it after that. But this is basically a PS3 game. It's Sonic All-Stars Racing. I have this for my Nintendo DSi game. So there's this. If you grew up in the early 2000s, this is Bella Dancerella. Then I say there are like not a million. I'm exaggerating, but there are a bunch of these. They have like tier ballet. They have like a Disney princess. I'm not even kidding. This is the cheerleader one. My sister had this before it became mine. If you grew up in the 2000s, you probably had a box TV, and like the big box one with the back. I literally jumped ours red and green with this. It came with a mat and a baton and pom-poms. Y'all, I jumped myself silly. That I jumped the color out of the screen. This is the cheerleader one. And then I have the Disney Princess one, where it teaches you all the Disney Princess songs. So you have The Little Mermaid. I think it's Aurora. You have Belle. I think it's just Ariel, Belle, and Aurora. There's one about Cinderella too, and I think Snow White. It's been a long time. I haven't done these. I just let my niece use these. So yeah, look into it. It's by Spin Master. So I know that company was pretty big back in like the early 2000s to like 2010. So they had every game in the book. This is also a PS3 game called Need for Speed. I will beat you in this game. Like, every level they have me completing this, I complete it. I'd be up till 4 o'clock in the morning playing this. Racing. Till my eyeballs hurt. I do wear glasses, so kudos to my eyes. This is a PS4 game, Little Big Planet. If you know, you know. Been playing this game since I was like every bit of like 6 or 7. And they have so many different ones. So, I have this Little Big Planet. If you know, you know about Crash the Bandicoot. When my sister had a Game Boy, I was playing Crash the Bandicoot on the Game Boy. I feel so nostalgic talking about Crash the Bandicoot. Because what you know about this is my favorite all-time game in the whole wide world. Dynasty Warriors. Unfortunately, I am not a fan of 9. This is Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires. The graphics for this game, compared to all the other graphics, are just not to my liking. Let me find it real quick. This is my favorite Dynasty Warriors. Dynasty Warriors 8. In this game, it gives you the option to like pick a dynasty. There's like the Wushu and the Wei, plus the unknown dynasties, which is where like Lu Bu and Dong Zhao fall into. You literally get to play every single level. So like, if you decide to play story mode, you unlock the characters for the rest of like the storyline. Like, of course you get like the main family characters of each dynasty. But everybody basically has to fight Lu Bu at some point in time, or Dong Zhao, or Cao Cao, or however you say his name, Cao Cao. You literally have to fight one of them 3 in every single like storyline, unless you're from like, what is he, the Wei? Yeah, unless you're from the Wei dynasty. If you're from the Wei dynasty, you fight Lu Bu. If you're from the Shu, you fight Cao Cao or Lu Bu. If you're from the Wu, which is my favorite dynasty, you fight Cao Cao, and eventually you fight Lu Bu, because Lu Bu and Cao Cao, however you say his name, become allies, and then the Wu and the Shu become allies because Sun Shang-Xing, I think that's how you pronounce her name, is the daughter of the Wu's leader, ends up marrying Li Biao, or whatever his name is. Li Bei. It's Li Bei or it's Li Biao. It's one of the two, but he's from the Shu dynasty. They end up getting married, and that forms an alliance between the Shu and the Wu dynasty. But this is the version. I don't know if you can really see the back for real. This is what the graphics look like. They're like zoomed out, so like you can see everything. And in 9, it's not like that. Like, it's zoomed in, and like you can't see everything. Like, you have to physically turn your stick to like look around you versus being able to see if somebody's approaching you from far off. I did not like that, in all honesty. Y'all, I'm just yapping. But this is literally my favorite game series. I did not like 9, but will I play it? Yes, I will. The goal at some point is to own every single one of these games. Because when this first came out, it was on Xbox and I was in like the 4th grade. So me and my oldest sister used to team up together with the sisters who had the fans. And I kid you not, I don't remember their names, but they had fans. And we have to like team up together. And we would go and fight Lubu. And I kid you not, I would leave her in wherever like the enemy's base was to fight Lubu by herself. I'd run out of there and hide behind a tree. Y'all, I was scared of that man. He was a whole character on a video game. But anyways, yeah, those are that's like my favorite video game. I have another Little Big Planet. This is like the 2nd special edition for Little Big Planet. I have another Little Big Planet, which I think is just the regular Little Big Planet. I have Little Big Planet Racing or Kart. What is this? Yeah, Little Big Planet Racing. I mean, literally. I have the Epic Mickey Power of 2 for the PS3. This game right here, the Sports Champion, is the game I was talking about in the last video where I need the camera and like the Wii, not the Wii, I keep saying the Wii, the PlayStation, like the wand with the bubble. This requires the camera because when I say that there are 5 different things on here, you've literally got volleyball, archery, I think there's like a gladiator duel, table tennis, javelin or something like that. It's been a long time. But you've got like 5 or 6 different games you can play on here where the motion camera has to be on in order for it to like see you. But like you actually get to toss the ball up, like spike it, set it, all that. All that. As long as you have the stick, you're good. Like in the camera, the motion camera, honestly you're good. I did have a Call of Duty phase. I have Advanced Warfare for PS4. I have at least beat the story mode on this probably like once because y'all, I struggled. I was up to like 6 o'clock in the morning trying to fight this level. 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, y'all. 6 in the morning trying to complete this. And when I did complete it, I just put it away because I was not going to do it again. I have the World War II. And this one, I did not like how this one wasn't like Advanced Warfare, but it is World War II. So I get that the guns were different and all that during that time. We had to use actual shotguns and not the animated rifles and the AK-47s, so on and so forth. And this one is the same, Advanced Warfare, just for PS3. Which is actually crazy because it's the same game as the one for the PS4, just for PS3. This is the game that I got for the Wii. That was the doctor's game that I was talking about earlier in the clip. This is the Trauma Center Second Opinion. Y'all, I was killing them people. I was killing them people. And it might feel like I'm yapping too much, but will I try it again? I mean, I definitely have steadier hands than I did as a kid, and I'm not afraid to see blood, so I definitely will try it again when I get a Wii at some point, but that's just that. If you know, you know. Assassin's Creed has been out for a long, long time. This is one that my dad got me, and I've probably played it twice in like the entire time I've had it, and I've had a PS3 since I was probably like 17 or 18. So I've probably not played this game. I'm not a fan, in all honesty. And I'm not saying that Assassin's Creed is a bad game, because it's not. I used to watch my dad play this as a kid and my older sister. Everyone else plays this game pretty well in my house, but me. So I typically skip games like this, but it's basically almost like Final Fantasy, not Final Fantasy. No, Final Fantasy. That's the game. It's almost like that, so I don't know why I can't play it, because I can play that just fine. Literally. Last but not least, last game in the collection. This is Lightning Returns for the PS3. The entire collection of Final Fantasy games, to me, they're just peak. Just, I have not completed this. I was at the part in this game where the girls who look like her, who look like Lightning, are being kidnapped and taken away by the men or the people with the KKK cloaks. Or it looked like KKK cloaks, the white thingies, and they was doing all the chanting. I was trying to play that at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was just like, yeah, no, so cut it. And I have not picked it up since. But also, I got rid of my PS3 right around that time, so maybe I'll finish it. Keyword is maybe, don't really know. But I definitely do want to get the remake of 7. Because Cloud, yeah. I watched my dad play that. If you didn't know, my dad is the one who got me into anime, into gaming, all of that. It comes from him. So, yeah. That was like the first part of what was in here. This is random. This is a scarf, which I'm keeping because somebody gifted this to me. I'm gonna go through the rest of the stuff over here. This is just a card I got from my students at my job. These are coloring papers they gave me. This is my very first Naruto wallet that I'm low-key thinking about going back to using, because what? This is cute. This is actually my very first one, and then on the back he's forming a Rasengan. Like, be for real. Where did I get this from? Let me find out. There's a tag in here. I don't know. It either came from Box Lunch, Hot Topic, or Spencer's, and the mall. One of them 3. This is a book that someone at my church gifted me, and it's good. These are just more cards that I got from the kids at my school, so keeping those. This is my church mother's obituary. This is another card from another family. These are more coloring sheets that my kids have gifted me. I keep this stuff because it's sentimental. Like, they have a special place in my heart. I love all my kids. This is a bookmark. We can shred these. We can shred this. I have a bunch of prayer cards that somebody gifted me. I'll keep those. They'll go on my desk when I decide to order it. Another card. This is a 101 Old Country Time household hints book that someone also gifted me, and I am definitely keeping this. Because you never know. Like, I could get old, and I definitely need it. This is a little notebook that somebody gifted me, which I'm not going to use anytime soon, so someone else who needs it can have it. This is another card. This is paper from when I moved into my apartment. I'm gonna shred that because I don't need it anymore. Can shred that. Can shred that. Everything in the stack I'm keeping. Except for I think these. What is this? These are my Stray Kids stickers from the 5-star album. I had to think about it for a second. This is Hall of Fame, Dance Like Crazy, and Top Line on here. That's probably my second favorite Stray Kids album. My favorite, obviously, is the Rockstar album. I don't know what Chan did in the studio, but like, La La. Every time I hear that song, when it first came out, like, I literally learned the 30-second video they posted before, like, 2 months before the album even dropped. I learned it. Did I post a video? No, I did not. Why? Because I'm scared. I'm not, like, a person who likes to be around people a lot. It takes me a while for my battery to, like, recharge. I'm yapping, but bear with me here. With that song, I have, like, so many alarms in my phone that are set to that song. So, yeah. I just know. If I had to give, like, a rank of top 5 Stray Kids songs, La La's probably my number 1. That actually was my number 1 song in my recap for 2024-2025. So, yeah. Stray Kids is actually my number 1 album for the last 3 years. Funny to say. These are my glasses for when the eclipse happened. Keeping them because I don't know when another eclipse will be. This is another card from one of my families. I won't show it because that family and their child's face is on there. This is my login information from when I started my job. Don't know how I got there. Oh, from Ada and Bailey. I miss half these kids. Can't even say a lie to you. This is a big envelope. What's in here? This is my car registration from 2022. Keeping that. This is all information from my very first car. Keeping that because it's important to me. Can shred this. Definitely don't need it. This is my planner for 2024. Which was a really good planner. Even though I don't need it now, I'm going to take the stickers out. So I can put them in my new planner for this year. And I'll probably like throw it away. Take anything that I've written on out of there and shred it and throw everything else away. Because I don't see the point in keeping it up. I am not using it. These are the rest of the prayer cards. This is my facial steamer instructions I don't need. This is also another book I don't need. I'm not an artist, but this is just some of my artwork I've collected. This is like my church's second year of having our Christmas with cookies and canvas. So I made a tree stump. I made a tree stump with some hot cocoa on top on the stove. And then like another mug of hot cocoa right there on the Christmas tree. I actually made this. Oh my god. I made this when I was in the 6th grade. I went to Kip Academy. Again, I'm not an artist. There was one piece of artwork that I am absolutely proud of. Like, I got an A+ on. I'm more creative than I am an artist, but I think they go in the same category at some point. Y'all, I made this on 3/15/2013. I was 13. Actually, I wasn't. I was 12 turning 13. Because my birthday is in November. So I was not 13, I was 12. I was 12 when I made this. And I'm keeping this to go in my family memory box. Oh, it's actually in here. This was a poster. No, I'm not in a sorority. This was just a girl group that I was in my senior year of high school called GEMS. Girls empowered to motivate and succeed. This is just a poster they made all the seniors who graduated. So I graduated in 2019. So I got this. I got a poster with my picture on it, which either I still have or I threw it away. It had gotten like really torn up in between the move from my apartment to the storage to here. But I do like to keep things that are like sentimental value for me, just so that I can remember these moments. And not only did I get one, my best friend from high school got one too. All the seniors who graduated got one. This is the piece of artwork that I was talking about. Y'all, I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this bad boy. I got a 95%. And then on the back, my teacher wrote good work. Or good, yeah, she wrote good work. I literally, if you can't tell, like in the inner corners, I literally took, I think it was like an old pastel and like smudged it, or a crayon, and smudged it with the penny, and then used colored pencil on the inside, and also smudged that with a penny. So it's crazy. I remember vivid detail, but y'all, I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this bad boy. The whole class. And this is when Pandora was out, so like I had my headphones to listen to Pandora on like our little laptop doing this artwork, or the teacher was playing music out loud. I don't think we had laptops then, so I'm definitely keeping that. That's sentimental for me. And this was the very first. This was supposed to be a collage, but I forgot to hit collage on the board, so it didn't collage. It just, I literally must have forgot to hit collage and just print it. This is supposed to be collage. I was in like a freshman in high school. Of all the things that I liked, this is supposed to be a collage board on our 3D printer. I just did not hit collage. And then last but not least, this is just my tripod box. I probably will order another one because that one broke, but I'll keep this for the time being. Honestly, I can throw it away. There's no point in keeping it because I'm not keeping the tripod. I'm not going to hoard things. I said this is a decluttering video, so we're going to declutter. I feel like I just yapped for 30 minutes, but we're going to throw this away. And all the paper I'm keeping, I'm going to put back in here. Throw it all the way too. 나를 상상했지 항상 다 있던 처음 느낌 그대로 난 기다렸지 all this time I got nothing to lose 널 좋아한다고 따따따따 울린 심장 Not just anybody 나를 상상했지 항상 다 있던 처음 느낌 그대로 난
기다렸지 all this time. I got nothing to lose. 널 좋아한다고. 따따따따 울린 심장. Not just anybody. 나를 상상했지. 항상 다 있던 처음 느낌 그대로 난 기다렸지 all this time. I got nothing to lose. 널 좋아한다고. 따따따따 울린 심장. Not just anybody. 너를 상상했지. 항상 다 있던 처음 느낌 그대로 난 기다렸지 all this time.